We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 116. Today we're going to talk about the first 2.5 weeks of the World Series. We're going to talk about the Golden Knights winning the Cup. We're going to talk about my giveaway tonight at 7 p.m. in my private online room. We're going to talk about whatever the fuck else you want. The Mouthpiece is next. Well, a little tired, everybody. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Taking a day off. Feel like shit. My whole body hurts. My brain hurts. Fuck, everything hurts. It's the World Series is not going well. We're around 100K loser. We had a really good shot in the triple draw the other day. Very disappointed. I mean, to finish 12th is, to not make the final table is absolutely just, I don't even know where to begin, you know. I watched Benny Glazer get it all in. He folded his last 8K, an 8. He was up against a 7. He then drew 2 on the end, made an 8, doubled up to 20K. He then made another 8, 6 the next 10. He then made a 7 the next 10, a 7 the next 10, an 8 the next 10, and a 7 the next 10. And the next thing you know, Benny Glazer went from 8K to 200K in chips, and he never looked back, and he wins the tournament. Pretty amazing. I got dealt deuce 3, 5, 7. He drew 2 twice, made some kind of dog shit hand, and I made a 9 on the river, and he made some kind of snark comment. I told him to basically shut the fuck up. I said I had a wheel draw. I made a wheel. I made a 9. Because they keep fucking thinking they could just raise me and stay pat with a 10 or jack, and I'm just going to fold or something. He had like a 1.1 million chips. By the way, I like betting a lot. Really like him a lot. But it's so funny when they lose fucking pots. They literally expect to win every fucking hand they're in. And when they lose it, it's like, you know, if any of these fuckers ever fucking ran like I did in tournaments, I mean, this guy's won 4 bracelets in 5 years or something like that. They'd fucking kill themselves. Every one of them would fucking kill themselves. But it's okay. I mean, he said he was sorry for fucking saying something, whatever. But, you know, it's the heat of the battle. You know, I don't win one pot. We go to 12-24. And I win a few pots early in the session. I go from 380 to 550. And then I go the next 2.5 hours without dragging a chip. I made one mistake. A very, very dastardly bad mistake. I raised with deuce 3, 5, 7. Got 3-bet by the idiot on my left. I didn't want to give away my hand by 4-betting him out of position, so I called. I was so concentrated on not giving my hand away out of position that on the first draw I caught a 9, and he was drawing 1 also. You always throw the 9, and for some reason, for a split second, I thought it was a second draw, and I hit Pat, and he drew 1, and as soon as I did it, I said, oh God, please don't let this fuck me. I was in the middle of a big upswing. I had like 550K starting. And so I drew 1. Then after the second draw, he drew 1. And I pat, and he pats behind. And I check and he bets, and I just knew I was fucked. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do? And I was just hoping it didn't cost me, because it was only like a split second. And so I still had 490 after that hand from 550. I lost I didn't even lose anything in the hand. I lost 50K in chips. But after that hand, I never won another hand. It's like it changed the entire dynamic of the whole entire tournament. So that was pretty depressing. That one tiny mistake after robbing these motherfuckers for about, I don't know, 5, 6, 700,000 in chips, and only having 550. I made 2 7s all day at day 2. I made 2 8s. I made 4 hands. All the rest I robbed. I shouldn't even say it because they think I'm a nit. So every time I check raise, they fold these ridiculous hands face up. Oh, I'd call it anybody but you, Mike. I use my image so well. It's a joke. So we redraw 12 tables, at 2 tables, and I'm still sitting on, I don't know, plenty of chips. 15 and 30,000. I got 330. It's 11 big bets. Plenty of chips. And I'm watching 6-handed wheel. All 5 of them take turns. All 5 of them made a wheel. David Bakes made 4 7s. The guy who busted me made 5. As I'm now 45 minutes into the hour and a half level of 1530, and I have not drug 1 chip. I didn't even have a hand, basically. I never even had a starting hand. Never even had anything. I think I defended the big blind once with deuce 5-8 and bricked the first draw and threw it away when the guy bet. And I blinded down to about 175. And then I was mumbling under my breath that I live in the dystopia world where everybody makes hands, and I sit there like a fucking idiot watching every single one take turns winning 2 pots, 2 pots, 2 pots, 2 pots, lose a pot, win 2 pots. And I don't ever even have a hand to even play. This fucking idiot raises my blind. I call deuce 5-7. I look down, I catch a 4 and a 6. I'm like, wow, I made a 7 on the first draw. My hand's so disguised. I don't 3-bet pre. I just call. I lead out. And I got my sunglasses on, so I'm looking at how these people react. And I'm looking at him, and he calls and draws 1. And I know he's weak. I'm positive he's drawing weak. I think he's drawing dead. I bet out on the turn after second draw, and he raises me. I call. River, the last bet, I pot. He pats, I check. He bets 30. I look him right in the face. I said, I thought you were drawing stone fucking dead. I can't believe I could possibly be beat with this hand. And I call, leaving myself 30K behind, and he shows me the deuce 3, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'd like to bet, by the way, he finished second in the event, to Benny Glazier, who was all in with, had 8,000 left when I had 200, 30 minutes into the day. I'll get back to that later. I know this guy raised my blind with deuce 3, 5 and hit a 6 and hit a 7. I know it because if he was drawn to a 7 when I lead out, he would raise me there on the small blind street to find out where I'm at and to possibly get me off of a hand, because that's the way the game's played. There was no way he was drawing smooth. He hit 6 and a 7, 100%. So It's a pretty bad beat. Pretty disappointing. Then the very next hand, I made a 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 on the first draw. David Bakes made a wheel on the first draw, or 7. I couldn't break it because I raised the button 30,000 and the small blind 3-bet. So I knew in the small blind 3-bet and took 3 that he had 2 deuces in his hand. So I knew I had 1 out left. I could have still been good because he's drawing 3, right? And Bakes bets, and I call, and he draws 2 more, and Bakes is pat. Like, he doesn't know if I'm pat yet. You know, I'm drawing. There's really no money. There's in the main pot's got 2 bets. They got 2 more than that in the side pot. So when Joao draws 2 again, Bakes could be pat with a 9, 6. Bakes could be pat with an 8, 7, 6. Joao folds after he draws 2 and blanks off again. And somehow Bakes made a 7, and I was out for that 30K. This is disappointing. I mean, with 14 left, I had 550, average was 440. I stayed out of trouble. I got away from 3 8-6s after the first draw. And I was up against 7 all 3 times. Called down with an ace, said, I think you paired, call. Called with a king, I said, I think you paired, call. Was right every time. I stole 500K in chips. I made 2 great calls, 3 great laydowns, and made 4 hands all day. Finished 12th. Probably the best I've ever played in any tournament. I've said that before, but I was definitely locked in. I mean, I can't tell you if I played better, but whatever. So that's how that ended up. And then we go into Big O tournament yesterday. I woke up. I got a room now at the Horseshoe, which I thought would really help me a lot, and it has. It's helped me a lot. And so I got a room at the Horseshoe. It's, even though the elevators don't work, how do you have a fucking hotel? They say, well, the elevators are old. Well, it's 2023. Replace the elevators. I mean, what a joke that is. But anyways, I'm able to go eat food early. I don't have to get up at if it's a 1 o'clock restart, I don't have to get up at 11:30. I can just wake up at 12:15 or whatever. Saves me about an hour of sleep plus the drive home, which kills my body. And I was paying the valet $40 to keep my car up front, giving the bellman $20 each time they get my scooter. And I got a room for $89 a night. So I've been staying most of the time there. Big O, a 1,600 player Big O tournament. I saw so many great players with 3, 4, 500,000. I never saw over starting stack. I had 40K once. I drew a terrible table, right? Then I got moved to another terrible table. And when on the second terrible table, I tried to punt the chips off 3 fucking times. I couldn't punt them off. I kept I put it in a marginal spot with a uncounterfeitable low draw and a gutter ball. And the other guy had bottom pair, deuces, and a ace 3-4. I couldn't hit the 9, jack, or queen. And he won the pot with deuces to double up. I was just gambling, trying to get lucky to build a stack. It was a bad table. Then I got down to 2,500, or what would I get down to? 4,500, and I just put it in with 5, 7, 7, queen, queen. Trying to just quadruple up or go broke. I was trying to go broke to get to a new table. I mean, this was the juiciest tournament in the world. Don't worry, I quadrupled up. I made a queen eye flush. So We get to the break where you can't rebuy anymore with 26K. I was in one bullet. Like, all the top players were in 3 bullets. They were just gambling their stack, trying to double. And it was funny. On my first table, I kept getting dealt 8s in my hand. And you guys know me, I'm a numbers guy. I was trying to see what 8s mean. I look up like 888 in the angel alphabet. It says a lot of success is coming your way. Stay the course. Things are about to get good. So that's what the number 88 stands for in the angel numbers. So maybe they're right. And the very first hand back from the break, I get dealt 3-4-4-8-8. And we have 2 under the gun limpers. And the flop comes 5-6-7. Under the gun limper number 1 bets 3K. Johnny Chan under the gun limper number 2 calls 3K. Guy in the small blind calls 3K. Nobody here can possibly have 8-9. With me having 2 blocker 8s and the 2 people limping under the gun, I'm positive have ace deuce. Positive. So I pot it to 21K. Under the gun limper. Couldn't wait to call the 21K with the dry. Ace deuce. 10 jack. 4, I think it was. Or 1, 2, 3, 10 jack, a dry ace deuce, because that's what they do in the Big O tournament, because they have no idea what they're doing. Johnny Chan calls. I'm hoping for the small blind to call. 4-way action. I pick up 20,000. Somehow Johnny Chan has the ace deuce 8-9 queen and flops nut. I mean, the guy next to me said he had an 8 in his hand too. And that's how I go broke. Now, normally I would just fold this hand on the flop because half the pot's already gone. But I thought I could get 4 ways out of this hand. And, you get 100K in, you get 50K. I double up. Half the pot's a double up. It's a pretty gross spot that Chan has ace deuce 8-9 in his hand. So that's how I went broke in the Big O. But probably one of my best events, and the most chips I ever got was 40K. There was 1,600 players in a Big O event, and I drew 2 tables where nobody put a chip in. I'm watching other tables. They're putting 100K in with dry ace deuces. I mean, Ari Engel, I'm sure he's got a shot to win the day. I mean, he's so good, but he's got 440K. Told me he was in 3 bullets. I mean, I was going to gamble with anything, but nobody's putting anything in. Tables I was at. So I bust that. I decided to play the satellite for the 5,000. And it's just my tournament in a nutshell. I mean, I'm playing really good. The Japanese guy that got third in the limit hold'em, the guy that called 3 bets cold with king 5 against me to bust me. I raised with deuce 4-7 of spades. I don't think this guy knows how to play any game. I mean, he's got 2/3 at the World Series. I don't think he has a clue. All he does is goes bet. You checked him, he always bets. I catch a 3. Stud 8 or better. I have deuce 4-7 of spades. I catch a 3. He defends his opening with a deuce. He catches a jack. I bet he calls. He catches a queen. I catch a 9. He check raises me. I call. I catch a deuce. I have a pair of deuces. Low draw. He bets. I call. He checks dark. I check, I catch a king. He rolls out of the hole the 9 queen king. He literally defended the deuce with 9 queen. Hit a jack, called, and hit a queen and raised me. And this is the idiot that now has an EPT title and 2/3. Nice guy, though. So now I got 6,400 left. I move in and no limit deuce, 6,400 on the button with 5, 6, 7, 9 queen. He re-raises all in. Now, he re-raises all in like 50K. A guy behind him had like 70. Like if the guy behind him picks up a hand, he's just dead. And he says, I draw 1. And he turns over the 3, 6, 8, 10. He re-raises his whole stack all in to isolate the big blind who, if he picks up anything, he's going to go broke with the 10-8 draw. I stay pat with the queen. I have really a pretty unbreakable queen, 5, 6, 7, 9 queen. And he pairs 10s, and I got 15K. I was 45%, but I had to stay pat. I had no choice with my hand because I was not going to draw to a straight. And now I got 15K. We go through the blinds, 1 and 2,000. 2 and 4,000 we're playing. I raise the button with 3, 4, 5, 5, 7. Make it 4,000. Small blind folds. Big blind calls. Big blind draws 3. I draw 1. I catch a 9. This is a really good card to catch when you have 2 5s and 4 wheel cards. He checks. I bet he calls. He draws 2. I stay pat. Next draw, he checks. I bet 4,000 with 1,900 behind. He calls. He draws 1. And now the river, he bets 1,900 into me. And I spend 3 minutes fucking everybody. Motherfuck, fuck, motherfuck, fuck, 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 motherfuck. You know? It was 1,900 to win like 23,000. I mean, I think it's almost, maybe I can cut back from 1,900. It's like half of a small blind. That would be the greatest comeback ever. I finally threw it in after 3 minutes. And he says, I got the wheel. I got the wheel, he says. Deuce 3, 4, 5, 7. I had 3, 4, 5, 5, 7 I started with. He drew 3. This is my World Series in a nutshell. That's how my 50K satellite ended last night. All right, no more negativity. The Golden Knights are Cup champions. Parade was amazing from what I hear. I watched it a little bit on the shitty-ass fucking internet that they have. By the way, the internet at the Horseshoe Paris is like from 1990. It doesn't even work. It just goes out. So that's good. Great for Vegas. I was at Game 5. We're going to have up on the YouTube channel my last like 4 or 5 tournaments plus all the footage from Game 5. Amazing footage from Game 5. I snuck the 360 cam, the camera we have that we film on my scooter. I snuck it into T-Mobile. So it was pretty good. So there's going to be a lot of good footage coming up. Been having problems with the battery staying charged, so I haven't been able to really like get like so much table footage. I'm going to try and get more next week. So we'll see what happens. So let's talk about tonight in my online poker room. It's going to be a giveaway. $100 buy-in tournament. First 3 places gets 10%, 5%, and 5% to my main event. That's it. I mean, if you don't want to put up $100 to have a chance at $1 million, then you're just an idiot. I've cashed it 3 years in a row. If I min cash it, for $26K, that's $2,600. Or I'm sorry, yeah, $2,600. So, big overlay in my online poker room. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. Mouthpoker@yahoo.com. You could play in my tournament tonight at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tonight. It's half Hold'em, half PLO. I'm doing it for my loyal players that play in my room. I'm also doing it for, other fans. So we'll see what happens. I'm playing great poker. I have struggled with a lot of pain this World Series. The pain has not really affected me as much as before. I was not playing. I was not eating. And being able to wake up and have food in my room has been able to keep me really focused the last few days. Now, I was really, really focused for the triple draw, days 1 and 2. Yesterday in the Big O, I never made a hand, but I didn't feel that sharp. I thought I was sharp in the satellite. My head feels like mush. I needed a day off. I'm probably going to jump in the online PLO event and the Turbo. I might even stream it. So, but it's real important. Listen, I want everybody, got a couple $100, deposit $200, play some cash in my room, $100 buy-in tournament, and top 3 places are going to get 10, 5, and 5% of my main event. That's pretty juicy. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. Mouthpoker@yahoo.com. Sign up to a chance to win 10% of my main event, 5% of my main event, 5% of my main event. I've got 2 cashes. I'm down $90K. Pretty ridiculous to be down $90K 3 weeks into the series. I really needed that. I needed that final table of that fucking Deuce tournament. I really needed that badly. But it didn't work out. So that's what I'm here to talk about. The series has been a real battle. I tell my favorite line is I live in a dystopian world. I sit there and never make a hand for hours and hours. I played a 9-game mix. I won 5 pots all day. I went to the 10K Raz. I won 0 pots. I went to the 10K Secret Bounty Tournament. I won 0 pots. I jumped into the 9-game mix. On the first bullet, I won 2 pots in 4 hours. On the second bullet, I won the first 2 hands dealt in stud Then didn't win another hand for an hour. And I won a triple draw pot to get to 52,000 again. And then never won another chip the last 3 hours. I won 5 pots in 10 and a half hours. I jumped in my cash game that I play at home, and I won 10 pots in 20 minutes and won like 12,000 playing cash. I don't even understand how you could just sit there and watch people just make the nuts, scoop 4, 5, 6 pots in a row. And I scooped 5 pots in 6 hours. It's not like I'm running bad. Well, I did in the triple draw late, but I never make a hand. I know in that triple draw tournament I was the best player. I know I was. I'm positive I was. I know what I got away with. I know the bullshit I know the fucking bluffs I made. So whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, this is I'm gonna probably stream. Probably gonna log in at WSOP.com. I don't even know what I'm on. I'm so tired. I don't even know what I want to do, if I want to stream or not. But 7 p.m. tonight, mouthpoker@yahoo.com. $100 buy-in tournament. I'm giving away 20% to my main event. 10%, 5%, and 5%. If I don't get 100 people, I might not give away shit. No, I will. Anyway, it's not that you need luck to win this tournament. You need to live in some kind of reality to give yourself a chance to compete. When I get chips, I use them well, and they think I'm just tight. They have no idea. Yeah, Bradley Beal to the Suns for a bowl of popcorn. That is absolutely true. I heard about this trade today. I want to know what Washington is doing. So they got Landry Shamet. He's a fucking pile of dog shit. Chris Paul, who they're going to release. And how many draft picks? Like, they couldn't have that many draft picks left after what they gave away for Durant. I mean, I don't even get it. I don't even get it. Well, the Suns are going to have to trade Ayton. They're already, just those 4, they're $50 million over the cap. There's zero chance they could keep Ayton. Zero. Ayton's a piece of shit anyways. They gave him all the money, and he fucking was such a soft pile of shit in the playoffs last year. So, I'm looking at the schedule for the WSOP, and I was going to late reg the 50K. And now I don't think I'm going to play the 50K. I just am not running good enough to really play the 50K. You know, I just don't see the value in it. I'm looking at the schedule, right? So, you know, the 50K starts Monday. Like, even if you make it to Wednesday or whatever, right? I mean, you got the 1500 mixed Omaha high-low. That's Omaha 8 or better, PLO 8 or better, and Big O. I mean, my EV in this event is so high. We have, if I don't do good in this tournament, we have the 1500 horse the next day. The 1500 horse is the juiciest tournament of the summer. We don't do good in that one. We have the seniors event. That is playing with all dead people, basically. They're so weak bad. I can jump in the seniors event if I want. $1,000 buy-in. But hell, why play that when we have the best 10K of the summer on Wednesday? 10K pot limit Omaha. By far the best 10K of the summer. Flight B of the seniors next day. Tag team event. Probably not going to play that. I was, but I didn't know when it was scheduled. 10,000 horse on Friday. You get the 10,000 PLO Wednesday, 10,000 horse Friday, 1,500 stud 8, also top 3 juiciest tournaments of the summer, Saturday. Why would I play the 50K against all the best players in the world when you have all these juicy tournaments? Just seems like a better EV to play all these. I'd have played it if I won the satellite last night. Next Wednesday, 1,500 PLO 8. Set 10K 7 stud 8 following week. 10K deuce to 7, no limit. $10K Super Turbo Bounty. 2,500 Big Bet Mix. 10,000 pot limit Omaha 8 or better. Then the main event. So it looks like I'm not going to play the 50K. I just don't see any reason to do it. So we'll see. I'm going to concentrate tonight at 7 p.m. in my tournament in my room. It's a $100 buy-in, $200 deposit, 10% to first, 5% second and third to my main event. Plus the money that's in the tournament. So I expect you guys to join mouthpoker@yahoo.com and see what happens. He's down more than that, buddy. Way more. Daniel's probably down like, well, maybe he's only down 250K, 100K. He has some main cashes. I don't know. He's not having a very good series. No, I'm not. Nothing to do with Energize. I didn't take my Adderall today. I just woke up. I'm beaten. I feel exhausted. I definitely needed a day off, but like I literally went to the game Tuesday night. So I took 2 days off to play the Omaha 8, which I bubbled. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys how I bubbled that one. I had the idiot with the... I don't even want to tell you about it. I can't even describe the fucking way I went out. Guy raised me on the turn to get me all in for a 220,000 chip pot. He had ace 3, jack 7. The board was king 10. King 10, 8, deuce with 1 pull. He goes, I win with anything but a board pair. Because he had 2 clubs and 2 hearts. The only difference is he made the other guy fold ace 4 queen when he raised with queen eye hearts. Like, why would you ever raise with a hand this big? And I had ace jack with ace high clubs. And the idiot, I win with anything but a board pair. Everybody, when I left the table, you should see the look on John Hennigan, Alan Steinberg, and all the other players' faces. I hadn't played a hand in 90 minutes. That's why I bubble the fucking Omaha 8. That's just been it, man. So, I'm not rolled for these tourneys. I got a lot of money, buddy. Don't worry about me. I sell half of them because I don't like losing $300,000 in tournaments. Do you say to Daniel he's not rolled for these tournaments either? Give me a break. No, I'm not back for any events. I put my own fucking money up. Anyways, Jungleman's not going to three-peat. You guys don't understand how lucky you need to be to win tournaments. You need to make fucking hands. You cannot win a tournament without making hands, okay? In limit poker. Period. Anyways, I want to see you all in my online room tonight. $100 buy-in. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. And we will be giving away 20% to my main event. That's what I say to you guys. I'm exhausted. I don't think I'm going to stream this PLO event. I might just go in my room and go back to sleep for an hour or two because tournament starts at 7 p.m. tonight. Mouthpoker, yahoo.com. $100 buy-in. All the videos will be going up when, Dan? Tomorrow?
We're putting up anywhere between 1 to 2 a day.
Okay, so we'll have two of them.
Trying to spread them out so that they don't get buried.
Yeah, we'll get 1 or 2 of them up today. They'll be all going out this week. There'll be there's going to be a small clip from the documentary that'll be public here in the next few weeks. And we'll see what happens. I think everything's going to be fine. My back's hurting me. My knee's hurting me. Everything's hurting me. But I'll be fine. So, we'll make this a quick podcast. I just wanted to let y'all know, give you an update what's going on. It's good to see we got about 2x as many people as we normally have, which is great to start the show. Tell all your friends, whatever they want. $100 buy-in, $200 deposit, mouthpoker@yahoo.com. 10% to my main event, first place tonight in my online private room.
Do you want to take any calls?
Do I want to what?
Take any calls?
Do I want to take any calls?
Well, we can limit it to like maybe 3 or something.
Do you guys want me to call? You guys want to call in? I don't know. I'm pretty beat, man. I just really wanted to get out there. What's been going on the last week? Wow, my back is killing me. No, I'm not going to take any calls today. I'm just going to kind of update. I was at Game 5 of the Cup. It was amazing. I got amazing footage. I got amazing videos coming out, amazing vlogs coming out. And I'm going to go rest. And I don't even know if I'm going to play the online PLO. I'm really, really tired. So we will try and come back and do a podcast next week. Hopefully we'll win something. And then have some good news. I just hated the way yesterday ended, but overall we're okay. I'm pushing through in a lot of pain, but I'm playing fine. The first 4 days I hadn't played tournaments in a year. I was a little off. I think I'm very locked in right now. Yeah, well, I got a massage therapist. Sean D brought one with him. She's been working on me. She's on the floor below me. So staying at the hotel and having a massage therapist really helped out a lot. So that's about it, everybody. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. Win a chance to win 20% of my main event tonight. 10%, 5% second, $100 buy-in, $200 deposit on the site. Email mouthpoker@yahoo.com. My assistant will tell you all the rules. I'll see you tonight at 7. Thanks for listening to The Mouthpiece. Take care, guys.
The Mouthpiece.